Hey, how have you been? What are you up to at the moment? I'm currently in the studio of What Culture Towers, reading from a script into a microphone and hopefully doing a semi-respectable job of it. How meta is this? Of course, this is not as easy as I make it look, and whether you're narrating a YouTube video, voicing a video game character, or making a heavy-breathing nuisance call, it all takes the behind-the-scenes magic of a good director and sound editor to bring out the very best in your dulcet tones. Sadly, that kind of assistance isn't always on hand.
The evil murder of Viv.
And it's with that I tell you in a very well-produced manner that I'm Peter from WhatCulture.com, and here are 12 hilarious voice acting fails in video games. Number 12, Chaos Wars. Why not kick off the list with the curious case of the CEO of developers O3 Entertainment, who decided to cast his own family as the voice talent for RPG Chaos Wars.
The world I came from. How do I get back to where I came from?
It's irritating, overacted, and comparable to the sort of performance you'd expect from a school kid trying drama for the very first time. I mean, take this guy Hyoma, for example. Irrespective of the mood of the conversation, he always sounds like he's back chatting his dad, about to slam his bedroom door right off the hinges and play My Chemical Romance at volume 11.
Okay, where?
And the rest of the cast aren't much better. Say that again? No. It's key, I think. No, repeat after me. Key. Okay, it. Number 11, Mega Man 8. Capcom really upped their cutscene game in Mega Man 8 with the introduction of anime FMVs. These clips added a generous helping of substance and coherence to the story, which no longer had to be told exclusively via unappealing in-game animations. And the voice acting, it was on point.
You must recover all the energy immediately, Mega Man.
But where is Dr. Wily?
That's a good question. We may be able to locate another energy emission from the radar room. When we find that meteor, we'll find Dr. Wily.
Except when it wasn't. Number 10, Last Alert. Any self-respecting action game character ought to look the part, of course, but also sound suitably badass.
If God is love, then you can call me Cupid.
But the developers of Turdo... That's pretty appropriate. I might leave that one in. But the developers of Turbo CD shooter Last Alert decided to curtail this particular aspect of world building and settle for dramatic scenes featuring Barney Gumble.
Hey, the stealth bomber is in the back of this factory!
Captain Closet.
You better watch what you say to me! I'm really quick on the trigger!
And,
Let me be your opponent now.
That's fine. Fine. Number 9, Dynasty Warriors 3. Few things in video gaming get your heart pounding faster than when some super powerful boss drops that line of dialogue that means they're charging up their best attack, and you've got just a few moments to do something about it. Unfortunately, Omega Force were under the erroneous belief that if you're putting a moment like that in a cutscene to which the player needn't react in any particular haste, the accompanying voice acting can just be, well, any old shit.
Feel the power of my magic!
That's the best he's got. Good. Number 8, Deep Fear. Check out all these hardcore characters with their full tone, sort of passable voices. There's action hero John Mayer.
What's the problem?
Oof, yeah, pretty beefy. Then you've got Commander Clancy Dawkins.
We've got a serious situation.
Stony. And then who could forget ultra manly, not remotely tasteless submarine designer Dubois Amalric.
There's no problem with my Seafox system. No accident should have occurred. Ooh!
I mean, only a true badass ends every sentence with, "Oh!
My masterpiece is ruined. Oh!
Sake. I mean, he literally sounds like something out of Monty Python.
I mean, they're not even married or anything. They're not even divorced.
Ooh! Ooh! Number 7, Resident Evil. Despite being a video game institution, Resident Evil is infamous for having a debut entry that featured some of the most ham-fisted dialogue in mainstream gaming. In fact, it was kind of hard for me to narrow it down to a single representative moment, but after a long, hard think, it had to be...
That was too close. You were almost a Jill sandwich.
You're right. Barry, thanks for saving my life.
I mean, they don't make things better for themselves by moving one arm up and down every time they speak.
Whoa! This hall is dangerous. There must be a back door somewhere. Let's try to find it first, shall we?
Number 6, Castlevania Symphony of the Night. Of course, it's not really fair to point all the blame at video game voice actors and sound editors when there are a bunch of far more doltish scriptwriters hiding in the wings. These guys can really drop a moronic bollock given half a chance. Take Symphony of the Night, for example, a prime case of a script team reminiscing about their high school Shakespeare studies and then diarrheaing it all over their transcript, resulting in awkward word order and bizarre phrases.
Think you I would forget such a thing?
What do you here?
Mankind ill needs a savior such as you.
How is it that I've been so defeated?
Of course, I'm aware that diarrheaing is not actually a word, but next to this performance...
sarcasm.
I'm still the most eloquent in the room. Number 5, Sonic Adventure. Sonic Adventure of 1998 was generally well received, praised for its graphics and mechanics alike. But one thing the game never gets due credit for is being so cutting edge that it featured something not to be seen in mainstream console gaming for another 5 years.
How's it going, guys?
Yes, all of Tails' voice acting perfectly simulated both in tone and sound quality what it's like playing with an 8-year-old on the other side of the Atlantic.
I lost! Hey! No! There you are, dead ahead! Ha ha! Ah!
Ironically, there's one line that's just...
Sound test!
Which is something Sega clearly never bothered to do before shipping this game. Number 4, Tenchu Stealth Assassins. Who's your favourite secondary boss of all time? Nitrous Brio, Salazar, Dr. Shemp, Psycho Mantis? Yeah, well, you're all wrong, because it's the Manji boss from Stealth Assassins. No arguments. I mean, this is literally the best confrontation cutscene in history.
I know what you want. You want a stone. It's safe inside my belly.
What the hell is that accent? God, the walking anime. Why is there a baby crying? God, I'm like equal parts curious and keen to never find out for the rest of my life. No. Number 3, Michigan Report from Hell. At this stage in the list, we're well into territory in which developers would have got a much better performance if they just sacked their cast and pulled in a bunch of nobodies off the street. Michigan Report from Hell is an apt name for a game with voice acting so abysmal that playing it is indeed like some form of eternal torture in a lake of fire.
Oh my God! No, Bella! Stay away! Get back! You monster!
And just to top it all off, everything is timed so terribly. I've never known someone react so slowly to so much. Number 2, The Elder Scrolls 4 Oblivion. Alright, so Elder Scrolls games have never had the most convincing dialogue in the world. If you drop tens of thousands of lines onto a dozen actors, some of it is inevitably going to sound like it's being recited by a Terminator. But that's not why this game makes the list. The real reason is a whole lot better. Cue Dralora.
Thieves broke into the Arcane University, the Imperial Legion compound, and the temple all on the same night. Wait a minute, let me do that one again. I heard the thieves broke into the Arcane University, the Imperial Legion compound, and the temple all on the same night.
And I reckon the first take was better, so...
Wait a minute, let me do that one again.
You'd actually be amazed at how often this kind of thing slips through the net.
If you're finding them here we go, there we go, alright. If you're finding the cheeky birds.
Astounding stuff. And number 1, House of the Dead 2. When House of the Dead 2 was being made, the production team promptly realised that the guy they'd hired to voice villain Caleb Goldman was literally the most boring man on God's good earth.
People of the AMS, I am Goldman.
Contracts had presumably been signed at that point, so in order to up the performance, it seems it was all they could do to hire a second man to periodically shove his fist down said actor's throat as he delivered his lines.
To protect the life cycle, I have made a creature to rule over mankind. This is the final battle.
It certainly added an extra layer to the performance, but somehow only served to make things sound worse. Go figure.
A successor will come.
Pure conjecture, citation needed. So there we go, that's our list. Now please do let us know in the comments below if you know of any other voice acting fails, because frankly, this is one of my favourite lists I've ever done, and I just want to hear more. So go nuts. As per usual, do not forget to like, share and subscribe. You can follow me on Twitter here and What Culture Gaming here. I'm Peter from WhatCulture.com, and I'll see you soon. Wait a minute, let me do that one again. And I'll